Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and welcome back to our Let's Play series on Oakbridge Farm. Now, a lot has happened since the last episode. Unfortunately, I tried to increase the video quality, but everything was fine when we were recording, but when I came to editing, the frame rate had just dropped massively and it wouldn't have looked good at all. So unfortunately we have lost that episode. Not masses happened really. We've just been keeping an eye on the production chains. They're all working okay. Obviously we've started harvest in quite a big John Deere combine. We do not own this. We have leased it. And it's a good job that we leased it because something else appeared that we do need, which we have bought. We bought in the last, what would have been, episode. So if I just turn cruise control on, that's going to do its thing for a minute. If I jump in here, we've bought an olive harvester. Now, it's got 7 hours on it and it is nearly 60 months old, but it's going to do exactly what we need. It is still sat at the store at the moment, but that's a big purchase. I'm quite glad that we haven't bought a combine. Obviously I would love to get a combine, and we will get a combine before the end of the series. But right now I think we're going to make a lot of money from olives and olive oil in particular. The canola oil is underway, which is amazing. It is full. So the rest of this field, this whole field, is going to get stored in our silo, which is fine because it just means that we're gonna make even more oil. I could set the productions to automatically sell, but I think we're better to hold on to them and we'll sell them at the highest possible price. So obviously there's a lot of this field that we need to finish, and we've got to get all of the straw baled, which is going to take quite a bit of time, but we should be okay. I do need to see how the animals are doing, and I can't actually remember if it was in the episode that we don't have or not, but again I'll just stick cruise control back on just in case. So we have moved the animals around, so we've left, well, obviously the sheep and goats are where they are, but we've moved some of the water buffalo over because we can now start producing buffalo milk, whereas in this shed we can't. So these will get moved over probably in the next month, but then we're going to use this cow pasture for any young animals that we have from these animals, the ones in this shed. They will get moved into the grass pasture so that we can continue to get milk and maximize our profits really. So let's just get this turned out of the way and the pipe out, and here it is. Here's our lovely olive harvester. But I need this, and I've just realized I haven't actually unloaded it, so that's now full. Let's go and get rid of the rest of this trailer, nearly 50% of the trailer. But the productions are doing very well. So I think what we'll do, we'll unload the combine, and then it would help if I don't hit the trees. That's never good. So we're going to unload the combine, I think the baler is on the JCB Tractor already, because we finished... I don't remember what I did in the episode that's not an episode. Obviously we have got the John Deere in the way, which... let's move that now. The bales, the grass bales, was it grass or hay? I think it was hay. The hay bales have been finished and taken away. Please say I've got enough space. Perfect. So we need to grab the baler and make a start on making the straw bales, because there is a lot to do, and I do want to have a look into how much it's going to cost to get some olives, or some olives growing. Squeeze in. Oh, we're so close. Am I over the trigger? No. It's typical. Right, let's try that again. I never seem to be able to get into this tip point straight away. Right, so we are getting on really well. We've done the headland and just the small little passes in that corner, in the two corners. And we've already made 15 bales, and we are making the biggest size we can. The harvester is doing really well. And we've taken out a couple of contracts. We've taken out a mowing contract and a cultivating contract. Now, they are both very high paying contracts. I think the one is, well, let's have a quick look. There we go. We've got nearly £52,000 for the cultivating and just over 44,000 for the mowing. And those are going really well. So let's, where's it gone? Find the two contracts using the massive JCB Fast Track 8330 icon. Both of them are using the same tractor, but they are getting on really well. Here we go. This is what we need, because the combine is nearly full yet again. So I don't want to spend the whole time baling, so we'll get this unloaded, and we're then going to have a look at how much it's going to cost to get some olives. Why are you going there? Well, that's really silly. Let's quickly jump round. Go. I don't really know why it's doing that, but we will just let it continue. It obviously knows what it's doing, I hope. It would be nice, I was having a think as well, we've got that many bales everywhere. It would be nice to get a proper bale shed, but I do want to prioritise the olives, so we will unload this and then have a look. Now I know where I'm going to put the olives. They are going to go in this area down here with a bit of space either side, but I don't know how much they're going to cost. And we've not got much monthly cost going out here. And the animals are all doing okay. Actually, that's what I was going to do. I completely forgot them. We've got a lot of stuff we can be selling. We're not selling the silage, which is a shame, but the sugar is doing really well. The wool is amazing. The wheat, that's going to be in Jan. So a lot of it isn't until next month. But not next month, a few months. I don't know why I said next month. It's definitely not next month. Right. Let's just get this back up here and do that, and then let's... Is there anything over that sort of area? This will do. We'll go here, because we can then jump the wall and just run. So this is going to have to be done as well. But that's going to take us ages. I might leave this for a little bit longer. Just because having to use the 2 tractors is a bit of a pain. Now we could look at selling the massive John Deere. I don't know how much we'd get for it. Just head over and get some of this track here. So let's have a quick look. How much would we get for the huge John Deere? 216. And there's no tractor in there. But is it classed as a large? We could almost get this, which is 306 horsepower. Oh, it's a lot less. But it would be potentially more useful. So, let's... I think it's construction. It's not that... Where is it? Is it factories? There we go. So that's grape olive. So... I think it's snapping on. It can't be planted. Typical. When can we plant it? Ah, we just missed it. That's a shame. Okay. So we will have to wait until we're able to plant them, which is really disappointing. I was hoping we could get them in the ground and going, but not to worry. I'm sure it won't take long, or won't be long, before we can make a start. So as we can't do that, what can we do? Let's have a look. Not there. Is there any contracts? So there are some fertilizing contracts. See, that's brilliant, but it's just going to take us so long. And I think we don't actually have anything better. We do, but that's quite cheaty. Having something that does 50 meters. That'd be lovely, but I think that's going to be too cheaty. So, actually what we can do, as we can't do the olive straight away, let's jump back out of this. And what we can do is we can go into sheds, and there should be a hay barn somewhere. That is cool, but definitely too big. There's got to be a hay barn somewhere. Am I looking in the wrong place? I think we are looking in the wrong place. Is it going to be classed as a silo? Bale and pallet storage. 49,000. That's a lot. Is there anything cheaper? Nope. Ah, there we go. 10,000. That's better. That's a lot better. So I think the plan is still going to be to have it over here. We could actually, that might look quite nice if we was there. It could be because the tractor is in the way. Maybe we should go and let's move that tractor. Actually, before we do any of that, I went the wrong way again. this is going to be full. So we'll unload again. We are getting there slowly with this field, but we will get the bale storage built. I don't think I'm going to make it before it starts to turn. Oh, that was lucky. I'm relieved it's actually run out of specs, because I did not want to have to stop the work again. So we can now try and actually get the trailer underneath the auger. Going to be a lot closer than I thought. There we go. So let's jump in this and get this out of the way. So I think we can just leave it there. So back into construction. So yeah, we're gonna go for this. So snapping. Nope, snapping off. Because I want to try and have it where it's in line. About here, I think. There we go. So we can now... Has it changed the ground? Not really. I will still just smooth along the edge. Like that. Now, painting... Grab... Yeah, I think we can do this one. This might look nice. As it's a grass field. That looks all right. Let's open this up a bit more. There. Just because I don't want the long grass. Let's just try to tidy that there. Perfect. Right, so that's that done. We now have a lovely bale shed. Oh, it can store pallets as well. That is useful. We've got a lot of bales that we are going to have to move. And I suppose we can put the pallets in there as well when we need to. So, how is this all looking? I think we should try. Now, this is nearly done. These are going up very well. Let's try and get these bales finished, and then we can load up the brand new bale shed, which actually fits in really well. I am really happy with where that's placed. So let's get these bales finished. Well, we've not, I'm gonna say quite finished the baling, but we haven't finished the baling. I don't even think we've done half of it. But the combine is done, and I was trying to beat the time. We've just hit an hour on the combine, and I was hoping that it wouldn't charge us again, but actually I don't think it will. So I don't need to be rushing. But we're done with it. We might as well return it. So let's hop in the combine. We'll get the last little bits unloaded. There we go. So we can now jump into the shop and... Okay, we can't do it from the shop. That's odd. Okay, we'll do it from here then. So, vehicles. Let's find everything to do with the combine. So, header trailer. Return. Where's the combine and the header now? Header. Return. Combine. Return. There we go. And before we do that, I'm just going to jump over here because I've decided that despite it being lovely and huge, it's time for this to go. So let's get off the fence that the worker crashes into and drive it straight into the repair trigger. Hopefully we can improve it just so we can get some more money. So let's see. We can't do either. We are going to get £237,000. Let's do it. There goes the 9R. And apparently we had it on lease, so we've now got no money. I didn't realise that. But that's okay, because we will get the next tractor on lease as well. So, I was very tempted with this 8000 Icon series from the Highland Fishing expansion. But it can only go up to 348 horsepower. And the one that we had, I think it was actually the 9R, was over 400. But we could go for a class. They are powerful tractors. But I do quite like this, and it's a bit cheaper. It can get up to 400. So we need it to be over 330. Actually, it doesn't really add much on. Yeah, we might as well go for that. So I do like the Michelin tires. We're going to go for wide. Beacons. We're going to have the rear light bar. We're going to have the LED strobes. We will put the markers on. I think we are definitely going to go for that. Add those marker lights. I don't know where these get added. Where are they adding the marker lights? I can't actually... Oh, up the top. I think... Should we go for amber or white? We'll go amber. I think we should probably add that. Now, I am curious. How does a blacked out JCB look? And let's just change. So that was chrome. Where was that? Oh, those. Yeah, no, definitely do that. So the final question, because I think that looks really good. I am very tempted to take the markers off. Because that does look very nice. Now, okay, I was hoping that we'd have it in black and white so we could still see it, but it does look smart like that. So, hire purchase, put a 30% deposit down, and we'll do it over 5 years. There we go. So, there is our brand new massive tractor. I like the number plate as well. Or was that horsepower? Obviously, if it was 40, then that would make it even better, because that would imply that we've got, well, it is 400 horsepower, but we can't really write 400 on that. But power at the end, I just think of power. Now, can I get this? Because we need to take this back as well. We are not going to get that, so let's see if we can just position ourselves a bit better. And we can collect that. So let's turn the beacons on and some lights, even though we don't need the lights, but this looks amazing. Right, once we're back, I'm going to finish the baling off screen, but I'm going to grab the bale trailer and we are going to try and tidy up a little bit and get some bales out of the way. But this is huge. Actually, we do need to have a look as well. We'll do that when we get back to the farm. We need to see how much we are spending each month. Hopefully it's not too much. But the contracts are going well. They are going to pay for at least a few months, hopefully a few months, of the hire purchase agreements, which means when we go a bit quieter in the colder months, we will still be able to, well, we won't incur any extra costs. But we definitely need to tidy up around the farm because it is a mess around here. So let's drop that off, and where can we put this? Let's, for now, we'll just stick it in. Oh, okay. Can we park it in here? Yeah, that will work. Turn back round. Might as well turn these lights off because we don't actually need them. There we go. Right. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so we've only increased by, what's that, about £3,000 a month, which, that's not too bad. But I did not realise the John Deere was on finance. I did look as to whether we should sell the forgot the name for it, root crop harvester, like the carrot parsnip harvester that we've got. But again, I know that is on finance, and when I worked it out, we are going to spend an absolute fortune and lose money if we return it now. So we aren't. We are going to keep it because the settlement cost, well, either way, the amount that we owe on the harvester and the settlement cost, they're both a lot higher than what we will get for the selling it. So we won't do that. Right, let's attach the trailer and that is a lot. I've now got to somehow try and get back out of this shed. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And now then, where do we unload? Is it just reverse the trailer in? I think it is. Oh, there we go. Wow. So, the rest of these shouldn't take us too long. Well, hopefully not anyway. Right. Oh, I went the wrong way. We'll try and get these first. See if we can at least. Nope. Okay. Let's get this one. And try to turn this round, which is going to be a challenge. Now we could, if we need to, get the JCB and move them manually. Sorry, cows. But the amount that we've got, especially the straw bales, it's going to make more sense to do it with this trailer. Right, we are nearly there. Right, can we do it? Let's tuck ourselves in here. Oh, okay, they're a different size, that's okay. That's just one more trip. We will reverse straight into there, and then I think there's quite a few of the straw bales. Let's take the straps off this time so that it doesn't cause any issues. There we go. More hay bales are in. It looks weird because they are in a very strange layout. So we'll hide. Oh, we've crashed. Probably again. I've lost track of how many times I'm crashing, and into the. It's a good job there's no realistic damage on the cow shed, otherwise the cows would have escaped a long time ago, or would have spent a fortune trying to keep it repaired. I mean, come to think of it, we'd have spent a fortune trying to keep everything repaired. The amount of times I crash. Alright, there we go. That's the last lot of these bales. And straps off. I think I'm just going to do that. There we go. And let's have a look. Oh wow, there's a lot of different values there. But we've got 34 hay bales. They are partial hay bales. Have we actually got any down at the sheep? Let's have a quick look, because I think we do. Well, they're getting on well, those workers. Where's the sheep enclosure? Here. Visit. Yes, we do. We've got loads. That is a lot. What's that? 3. Let's do this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. I'm losing count already. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23 there. 23, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 43, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52 more bales. Wow, that's a lot of bales. And we've got just as, not just as many, but we probably will by the time we've finished baling this up. But if I visit this silo, there's a lot. There's 2 trailer loads here, plus everything in the field. So we're going to end the episode there. That is really good though. We've got a lot of new equipment. We've got a new shed, a massive tractor, and a lot of straw bales. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you back here for the next episode. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.